Hi, sisters. This is Wendy from The Way of Truth with your astrological forecast of the new moon in Gemini and some reflection and journaling prompts, followed by next steps and an invitation to join our Zoom sister circle this coming new moon in Gemini on May 22nd. This new moon in Gemini is asking us to examine the stories we tell ourselves. On this dark moon, it's time to take an honest look at the narratives that cycle through our minds and ask ourselves, is this what I want? Gemini rules communication. The Gemini is a great storyteller that weaves worlds into existence through wordsmithing. We have all of this inherent power, but too often we are not using this gift consciously and end up creating worlds we do not want to live in. Our self-image and worldviews are comprised of the stories we tell ourselves. It's really as simple as that. When a person has a shocking and challenging experience, it can lead to a traumatic imprint in the body if that person doesn't have the support to integrate that experience through telling themselves and believing an empowering story about the incident. Trauma is really that simple. By nature, we are resilient beings that can go through tremendously difficult situations and come out thriving if we have the right support network and a healthy inner narrative. The stories we tell ourselves are vital to our well-being and ripple out into every aspect of our lives. Most clearly, we can see how the stories we tell ourselves directly impact our close relationships. A classic example is of a woman who feels that she isn't beautiful or worthy enough and creates a story that her partner is going to cheat on her. When she believes that story as true, her words, behaviors, and energy shift towards her partner and can ultimately hurt the relationship, push her partner away, or manifest the situation she's most afraid of. With Venus in retrograde from May 13th to June 25th, this new moon in Gemini specifically asks you to look at how your inner narratives are impacting your relationships. This includes your relationships to love, family, humanity, and yourself. Gemini is a free spirit and is asking you to shake loose the disempowering beliefs that are keeping you caged. This new moon is about intentionally planting seeds of new thoughts. It's time to think differently about yourself and the world around you. You are the weaver of worlds. Begin to consciously choose your stories and then free your voice, vocalizing what you feel, see, and desire to create. Now is a cosmically aligned and auspicious time for you to speak your truth and actively co-create the world you wish to live in. Now, here are some questions for you to reflect and journal on. I encourage you to pause this recording or take a screenshot so that you can have more time with these questions in your reflection and journaling. What are limiting stories? What limiting stories do you have about the current world situation? Are there any empowering narratives you would like to put in place of the disempowering ones? Because you can do that. What passions, truths, or ways of being have you been hiding? How might this be affecting your relationship to family, career, or personal fulfillment? What have you been afraid to say? To whom and why? What are the common thoughts in your mind that hold you back from trusting your voice and expressing yourself fully? What enrages you? Is there anything that you have been too scared to speak about that you see happening in yourself in fear of being too much? What prevents you from speaking up about your feelings? And here's a hint. Look within yourself as well as your environment, including your social life. Is there anything that you need to apologize for? Or an apology you feel you need? How can your intimate relationships be improved or taken to the next level through sound and the voice? And here are some next steps. Again, I encourage you to pause the recording or take a screenshot. Reflect on your inner stories and journal about what inner narratives impact the way you show up in relationship to your loved ones, family, self, and world. Write down 3 situations where you have been holding back your truth. Consider setting up a time to share these truths with people you are close with. Experiment with creative ways to express yourself, including sound, toning, singing, dancing, art, and writing. Listen deeply to the stories of the women in your life, including the women in your lineage. Reflect on what you have in common with their stories. Reflect on where you are not being authentic to yourself. And do the work to move energy through expression to bring yourself into alignment. Connect with your womb space, Hara, lower Dantian, by taking a few deep breaths into this center of your body before speaking something important. And of course, please share with us in the Your Sisterhood Awaits Facebook group what is coming up for you. And then please do join us live on Zoom for our Gemini New Moon Sister Circle on May 22nd at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. When you go to thewayoftruth.live/sisterhood, you'll see more information about how we interact with the global sisterhood movement and how you can register for free. You will need to go to that site to register to get your Zoom information. And I encourage you to register even if you don't think you can join us live, because then you'll have access to the replay and you can meditate and reflect on your own time. So again, that is thewayoftruth.live/sisterhood. This is Wendy saying, mwah, bye for now. Hope to see you Saturday.